Hello everyone, I am Vishal from AAA Department, New Horizon College of Engineering. So today I got an opportunity to speak on the topic acceptance. Acceptance is not something that can be forced. The story of learning how to accept things always begins with not being able to accept them and then finding a way to do so. It is so important because if you do not accept yourself for who you really are, you will create a number of problems in your life. Some of these problems are internal, affecting you personally, and some will affect how you others treat you. Many people fall into the trap not accepting who they are and then try to be like someone else. I know here you would relate. When bad things happen, many people say, I just can't believe it, or I just can't believe it like that, or even this can't be happening to me. We invest so much hope and energy into situations that we start believing and get carried away by what we imagine, idealize, or expect, and create a bubble of self-delusion that's just waiting to burst. That is when we need to see things as they are. Most situations we come across in our day-to-day life are a mix of good things, bad things, and weird. Always recognize that something good comes out of acceptance, like I always remind myself in a strange way though, but I needed to have that experience in order to learn positive lessons that I gained from life. The more you accept, the more you learn about yourself. Over the years, I have learned that you can survive any journey as long as you are willing to take one step at a time. You don't have to solve everything at once. Always focus on the mind's never-ending to-do list. It's not always easy to adjust what is unlikely, unusual, and unexpected, but it's still possible to become more relaxable around things and develop a more positive attitude. The more you struggle to accept situations, the worse they seem to get. It surely takes time. Acceptance is a journey that needs to be undertaken for the sake of our own happiness and peace of mind. Thank you.
Acceptance is both good and bad as it depends upon the way it's handled. Acceptance is not all about losing or bowing down to our circumstances. Acceptance is all about understanding life lessons that we come across at different stages in our lives. When our expectations turn into disappointment, we turn towards acceptance. When all our effort goes in vain and we give up considering it as an outcome of our ill fate, we turn towards acceptance. After failure in any relationship, there comes a stage to move on, but it can only happen after acceptance. Acceptance is good till it is not equated as a compromise. Compromise is misunderstood as an outcome of acceptance. Introspect your life, accept the truth and move towards progress, not compromises. Acceptance plays the role of a lubricant to the wheel of life to minimize the wear and tear to the frictional force of a perpetual journey. Acceptance is all about praising for what you have at the present and what you wish to have in the future. Acceptance is the ultimate truth of life, that everything is transient. No matter how much you earn, everything will be a past in the future. Accepting life as it is might mean accepting that events in my past have led me to where I am today, and that events of my now might lead me to a certain place in my future. There are things I ultimately cannot change, but there are many ways I can change my whole self, attitude, thought process, etc. to adapt to things that I cannot change, and to change the things not only for the betterment of me but also for the people around me. Accepting life as it is does not have to take away my responsibility to shape and determine my future. Life is not static.
Hello everyone, I am Nhce from New Horizon College of Engineering. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them, that only creates sorrow. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally forward in whatever way they like. Accept and move on. Acceptance is the road for all change. Inability of acceptance is like constriction of one's mind and consciousness. There is no free flow of life. The ability of experiencing life gets restricted. We, being socially functional, undergo stress and fear of failure, unable to reach the expectations of family and society. Inability to perform may not be due to laziness or lack of discipline. It is because of liking and running behind one equality. These are the main hurdles in the personality development of an individual. The wise way of overcoming it is by developing acceptance. So now, how do I practice acceptance? Why is it so important in my life? The best way to practice acceptance is, instead of comparing myself with others. I spend time alone, looking inner self, identifying my strengths and weaknesses, and I am working on my weaknesses and trying to convert them into positive outcomes. Instead of letting self-defeating thoughts crumble my mind, I am taking acceptance in a broad way. In my opinion, acceptance is not only to surrendering our weaknesses or giving up in life. It is humble acknowledgement of things which have happened and embracing my life with positive attitude. Acceptance is the first step to overcome the consequences of any misfortune. Self-acceptance detoxifies our mind and leads to overall development. So lastly, I would like to say, instead of imitating others and leading a false life, we must derive inspiration from them and leave a footmark wherever we go. Thank you.
Hi guys, this is Vishwas from Triple E brand. Understanding is the first step of acceptance, where acceptance is a recovery. Today I am going to speak about acceptance. Basically, acceptance means accepting the things or accepting something. For example, during my SSLC results I got some poor marks, and during my PU results I got some good marks. Here I should accept both the situation equally, and acceptance is a work that we have to practice very cautiously by both physically and mentally. And acceptance doesn't remain unchanged, or it is not a sign of giving up. We can change the acceptance. For example, in the year 2020 I participated in the chess competition, and I lost my match in my first attempt only. Then I worked on my skills and I backed, and again I participated in the year 2021 and I won the chess competition. By this I can tell that acceptance can be changed that based on your skills, etc. And acceptance plays very important role in our society, because we can build some good relationship with our neighbors, friends, relatives. By this I conclude that acceptance plays very important role in everybody's life. So I thank myself for giving this opportunity to speak about acceptance. Thank you, sir.
A big hello to everyone present out there. So as everyone knows, this is Yoga Pratish, who is currently doing Triple E in 4th semester B section, and today I'll be speaking about the kinds of acceptances that I had gone through on the internet. And the first one being self-acceptance. Self-acceptance is basically to be satisfied with to be satisfied in one's current self. So, like say for example, I'm satisfied with myself. So that basically means self-acceptance, and many people find it a problem to accept themselves due to the guilt, trauma, or perceived lack of motivation. That shouldn't be the case. We have to take the responsibility of appreciating, validating, and being supportive of ourselves at every stage of life, irrespective of the deficiencies or any negative past behavior that we could have had. And another kind of acceptance that I had gone through on the internet was social acceptance. So social acceptance is basically to welcome and to tolerate the differences in other people, because many people try, they attempt to act in a way, just to act in a way and to look in a way like others do, just to fit in. So that shouldn't be the case. And I had also gone through a research data, and what all the conclusion I got to say was a guy with high self-acceptance scores tends to accept others and feel accepted by others as well. So it works either ways for him. And then the other types of acceptances that I had gone through on the internet was conditional acceptance. So conditional acceptance is basically which requires a modification in the initial conditions before the acceptance is being made finally, before the final acceptance is made basically. And then the other types of acceptances are implied acceptance and expressed acceptance. Expressed acceptance, expressed acceptance basically means that I am ready to every condition that is put forth for me. Like say for example, a product is launched in the market, and then I agree to each and every terms and conditions displayed on that product. I clearly and explicitly agree to every condition put forth on me to buy that product, then that basically means express acceptance. I am expressing my acceptance in buying that product. And then implied acceptance. So implied acceptance basically, like say for example, I run a departmental store and a customer walks in to buy a chocolate and he is ready to pay the price displayed on the price tag. Then that basically implies that he is ready to accept the kind of price that is put on the price tag, and he is ready for that kind of offer that is made to him. So acceptance could mean anything for me. Like say for example, like from whatever I had gone through on the internet, acceptance could be welcoming or embracing or adopting and acquiring, obtaining something. So it could be a beautiful concoction of both of these. So and hereby I would like to end my video, and I would also like to thank our life skills teacher Devranjan sir for like giving us an opportunity to make videos and build confidence in ourselves. Thank you.